Okay, send it up to Facebook.
We're good to go?
Well, it's setting it up. It's doing the thing.
Yep, we're good to go. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and get started. We're officially on live on Facebook. Thank you all for joining us today on our weekly webinar, The State of Your Business, with the Fort Worth Metropolitan Black Chamber of Commerce. My name is Denise Babiche. I'm the Membership Service Director here for the Fort Worth Black Chamber. I just want to thank y'all for being here. It's always really exciting to get y'all on here and see what we're going to talk about today. So at the beginning portion of our webinars, we do like to give local businesses the opportunity to come and feature their business on here. So we have two businesses today. We're going to go ahead and start with Siobhan Bank Davis.
Hello. Hi. I am Siobhan Banks Davis, a certified theater educator. Through my company, Acting with Mrs. Davis, I provide theater arts classes and acting lessons for all ages. I also provide professional development for educators, where I utilize theater arts techniques and activities to address social and emotional learning and diversity. I recently hosted the DFW Virtual Youth Enrichment Summit, which was 2 weeks of free virtual workshops for middle school and high school students on various topics such as social justice, leadership, fine arts, and self-awareness. I felt a strong calling to create an avenue where students could have a voice this summer, and also just kind of have a safe way to socially interact with others. All workshops were taught by DFW Black mentors and youth organizations. Please join us on Facebook. We have a group of about 500 members with different mentors and youth organizations, and the whole purpose is to be able to cultivate more enrichment opportunities for our youth. So please join us. I have adapted that program that I presented this summer into a virtual after-school program that I will be providing in partnership with Fort Worth ISD and Fort Worth After School this year. I feel that it is very important to nurture creativity just as much as we nurture academics. Through theater arts, I've been able to address social and emotional learning, mentorship, culture. My classes are individualized to the goals of my students and focus on creative expression. As a Black educator, I feel that it is my duty to use theater arts to teach culture, and that's pretty much the experience that students get. I currently teach virtual group theater classes on Tuesdays. Today I'm teaching a class for middle school and high school students, and they are open to the public. I also teach private virtual lessons throughout the week. My youngest is 5 years old. I am also the newest addition to Stage West Theater, which is located on the west side of Fort Worth. I will begin teaching weekly virtual acting classes on Wednesday, September 16th. I'm also a registered vendor with Fort Worth ISD, Grand Prairie ISD, Dallas ISD, and Crowley ISD. I also work closely with Maroon 9 Sickle Cell Support Organization, which was founded by my mother in memory of my uncle. And so together we use creative arts to provide different opportunities and different events to address not only sickle cell disease, but other important topics for the community. Acting with Mrs. Davis also is MBE certified as well as Hub certified. And my goal is basically to provide free and low cost programs to the community, to provide fine arts and leadership programs to youth. And I'm looking forward to connecting with people who can help me grow my endeavors. And that's why I'm here today.
Awesome. Thank you so much for taking the time to come and share your business with us. You're doing amazing work with these students, so we really appreciate you coming on and letting us know about it. If we can help you in any way, let us know. For anyone that's not a member of the chamber, make sure to become a member of the chamber so that we are able to help you connect with resources within the community to help flourish your business. So Siobhan, thank you so much for taking time to be here with us. And we're going to go ahead and move on to our next business. Would be Pre-College Solutions with Shamika. Hello. Oh, actually, sorry, we have one question. What is, Siobhan, what's your contact information? Someone's asking. Oh, you're muted.
Hold on.
I'm sorry. Am I able to put that in the chat or share my information? What's the best way to get that out?
You can do both, put it in the chat, but also for people on Facebook Live so that you know where to contact you.
Alrighty, my website is www.actingwithmrsdavis.com, and that's www.actingwithmrsdavis.com, and you can find all of the information about me, and I will also put it in the chat, and I will also put it on the thread in on the live video as well.
Okay, Denise, are you there? Are we having technical difficulties? Denise, you seem to
Oh,
be
I'm
gone.
sorry. I was muted. Okay, thank you, Siobhan,
No
for that.
problem.
And then Shamika, if you're going to share your screen, you can go ahead and do that so you can start your presentation.
Okay, I really like what Miss Davis doing. I'm thinking about just just kind of ad-libbing, but I know I think I better stick to knowing me, I know I better stick to my screen. My name is Shamika Stevenson Davison. I am the lead consultant and owner of Pre-College Solutions. And Pre-College Solutions is a college readiness consulting company. And what we do is we guide families, nonprofit organizations, and tutoring companies through the college admissions process. And we do that
Tamika, your screen is not sharing.
Just an array of ways. Oh, it's not? Okay.
No.
Well, okay. Well, I will just go ahead and verbally discuss Pre-College Solutions.
So you need to stop sharing so that at least your face will show up.
Thank you, sir. Okay. So at Pre-College Solutions, we believe that once you become a teenager, there should be a transition plan for you to, if you decide that going to college is the path for you, that someone should be there who is experienced in the college administration admissions field to kind of guide you through that process. And that's what we do at Pre-College Solutions. We are that guide, we are that expertise for you. Some of the services that we offer is that we take high school students at any age and we start preparing them for college. We work with them, we work with their families, we create an action plan, and we just start working on that. It could be from selecting a college to prepping for the ACT or the SAT, through going on a college tour, all the way to helping you obtain scholarships. So that's one of the ways one of the services our company offers. Another service is that we work with tutoring companies. So we're kind of like the college admissions expert for some tutoring companies. A lot of tutoring companies are very good at making sure students make the grades, but once they become a junior or a senior, there's not a clear pathway to getting them through and ready for college. And so that's what we kind of contract and consult with tutoring companies on. Another service we offer is that we also work with youth-led organizations or youth-focused organizations, because most times those organizations don't have someone who's familiar with the college admissions aspect as well. And so what we do is we provide trainings for their staff. We We sometimes stay in a retainer in case they want us to work with certain teenagers that they see have potential and kind of guide them through the college admissions process, also helping them with scholarships. I know I'm missing scholarships a lot of times, but one of our goals at Pre-College Solutions is that we want our students to go to college with as much minimum debt as possible. So we're always pushing that students do scholarships. We're always providing them with scholarships, walking them through that process. So a couple of our free resources is that if you go on our website, we have a page where it is a list of scholarships that students can apply for. And we also do free 30-minute consulting. If you're a parent and it's just been a while since you've been to college and you just have some questions, we can devote 30 minutes to kind of helping you get on track and helping you kind of create a plan for your child. Some of our upcoming events, September is a big month for us. We do what we call a back to school sale where we only charge organizations or families $100 and they get an hour of our time, and we have an array of workshops where it could be learning what the scholarships are, the college admissions process, how to select the college of your dreams, and we facilitate that workshop for that family or for that organization, and it's only at $100 throughout the entire month of September. We also offer 2 workshops next month. One is $25 and it's for parents or it's for professionals who work with teenagers, and it's basically everything you need to know about the college admissions process and what you should do after a teenager is admitted to college. And then we have that same workshop at a lower price for teenagers so they can know what they need to do in order to go to college. That kind of wraps up about Pre-College Solutions. Our contact information is you can go to our website, it's precollegesolutions.com. You can go to our Facebook page, it's precollegesolutions.com. Our Instagram is precollegesolutions.com. LinkedIn, precollegesolutions.com. I think Twitter is the only one where it's a little different, where we're like pre-college savvy on Twitter. But feel free to reach out to Pre-College Solutions if you have any questions or if you just want to get familiar with the college admissions process.
Great. I think we have a question for you. It says, Pre-College Solutions, do you provide anything that gives college credit?
No, we do not. But that is a really good question. We can direct you to where you could go to look for things that provide college credit.
Okay, great. Well, thank you for that. And thank you so much for taking the time to be on here today. We have one more question. It says, what about internships?
So at Pre-College Solutions, we work to, we offer scholarships at Pre-College Solutions, but we also try our hardest to connect our students with an internship that is kind of close to what they would like their major to be. And we also do career exploration activities where if you want to be a veterinarian, then we connect you with a local veterinarian and they'll let you job shadow them for like maybe a day or a week or so. So it kind of, I want to say yes, but it kind of depends on what kind of field the teenager is interested in.
Okay. Yeah, so they just have to contact you and see what they can do.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Shamika, for taking the time to be up on here, and good luck with everything. I know this is kind of like prime time for you guys right before the semester starts, or it's about to start or is starting, I don't know. But thank you so much for what you do for the students and for the community, and we really appreciate it. And if the chamber can help in any way, let us know. Thank you. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump into the next portion of the webinar, which is with my coworker, Daryl Brewer. So he'll go ahead and introduce himself and let y'all know what we're going to be talking about today.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Daryl Brewer, the Economic Development Manager here at the Ford Metropolitan Black Chamber of Commerce, and I'm not showing up. Why am I not showing up?
You are. You're good.
Okay. So welcome everyone. I'm happy to see you. I'm happy that you tuned in today. I just want to give you the only information I have in terms of economic development that I want to share with you, and that would be with Facebook and the Facebook grants. Facebook has set aside $100 million to invest in the community, and specifically has set aside $40 million to support 10,000 Black-owned businesses. Now, this is important. So if you want to apply, because the deadline is August 31st, so you can apply at facebook.com/Black Business Grants. Again, apply at facebook.com/Black Business Grants. So that's all I have from that standpoint as an economic update that I want to share. But I'm excited about our program today because it is with someone I've become quite happy to know, and her name is Tawana Fields. She's been on before. And Tawana, unmute yourself and say hello.
Hi. How's everybody doing?
We're doing great. Glad you're here. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Good. Doing good.
Good. So we're happy to have you on. You're going to tell us about yourself, and I'm going to ask you some questions and tell us about yourself, and you're going to tell us about your business, etc. But one thing before we get started, because there's some haters out there, and I need to get the haters straight first of all, out the jump, as they say.
Yeah.
So we're here to help businesses, small business, Black-owned businesses, and we want to do this through Tawana's experience, what she has already experienced. This is not about bragging. This is not about stunting.
Right.
It is what it is. She has achieved what she has achieved. And so hopefully that by her sharing her experience, that if you're interested in business, you can get in business. If you're already in business, you can be more successful in business because you're learning through her experience and not through your own things that you have made, mistakes that you've made. So don't be threatening her because you're a hater.
All right.
Congratulate her or emulate her, but all that other stuff, you need to let go. And
Well, it's
grow.
not, no, it's not. I'm human just like everybody else.
Right. So welcome. Now, so I'm gonna give a background of a little bit of background of what I know in terms of why I felt like you would be a good person to come on board. Number one, I met you because of the PPP, and in just talking with you before,
Right.
that your businesses had received some $700,000 in PPP money through the Small Business Administration, federal government.
Right.
And so for people that don't understand, that means for several months, that's what that money is for. It's not for the whole year. It's for several months that the government has said that COVID has hindered her business. So therefore, they're willing to grant her $700,000. Really, it's a loan, but then they turn it to a grant. You do the right thing with it. But anyway, $700,000. So I'm not getting all in her Kool-Aid about how much money she really be making, but you can just imagine if they wouldn't give you $700,000, you extrapolate that, you push that out over 12 months, then okay. So this, to me, that means it's something. All right. Now, with that said, Tawana, talk about your business. How many businesses you have, and what are the names?
Which one you want me to talk about? You want me to talk about all of them?
Tell me how many you have and the name.
Okay, we're gonna start with Tawana's Ultras. Well, there's 7 of them.
Okay.
I call them my babies, though.
Okay, tell me about your 7 babies.
Okay.
What are the 7 babies' names?
The first one, 7 babies. So the first one is.
Uh-oh, something's happening. Tawana, did you leave? Did we lose you?
I don't know, having problems.
Oh, you were muted all of a sudden. It's okay. Let's go back to your babies. You have 7
Okay.
babies.
7 babies. So the first one is Tawana's Creations and More Catering. That's the one that I started. I moved to Dallas with $200 to my name and started selling plate lunches out the back of my car.
Hold on. I just want the names right now. Okay. We're gonna dig in.
Okay.
Just give me the 7 babies' names. Don't be like my mama. She be calling my brother my name and vice versa sometimes.
So you have Tawana's Creations and More Catering, Creations with a K.
Mhm.
And then you have Tawana's Ultra Spick and Span Cleaning,
Okay.
TNF Trucking, Black Diamond Transportation. And then I have the vending machines, which they're just vending machines.
Okay.
They really don't have anything. And then Amazon.
Okay. Did I get
Okay.
to 7?
It
Okay.
should be
Now, how many employees do you have total?
a total of 127.
You have 127 employees.
127.
All right. That's good. All right. So now,
Sometimes.
how long ago I heard the $200. So how long ago did you start your first business?
Well, actually, it'll be 25 years. The first one, it'll be 25 years in October.
All right. And
Yeah.
so talked about the first one. You were just saying that you about $200 and something.
Yeah, the $200. So when I was in high school, I worked at Brahms, my whole high school years. And so I didn't like the way I was treated. I worked really hard. I worked on my days off. I worked other people's days. I missed a lot of things because I was, I like to go to work, right?
Okay.
And so every time they gave me a raise, it was like only 10 cents. And I'm like, 10 cents? I was crew leader. I was everything. I cooked. I ran the bakery over there. I did everything. And so when I left there, I said that I wasn't going to ever work for anybody else again. And so that's how I started this entrepreneur lifestyle.
Okay. Because you wasn't fit to work for anybody else again.
I had $200 from that last check and moved to Dallas.
From where?
From Amarillo.
Okay. Moved from Amarillo with $200. You moved. You had, I guess, some friends or family or somebody here.
Yeah, my family in Lancaster.
Okay.
Yep. I called them up, told them I wanted to move to Dallas, and they said, "Come on."
Okay. So when you got here with $200,
and so my cousin Margie was like, "Well, Tawana, I got some jobs lined up for you." And I was like, "No, I don't think that's necessary." I said, "But in the morning, when I wake up, we're going to talk about this." So I woke up the next morning and I said, "Well, I want to go buy some food." And she says, "No, we have plenty of food." And I said, "No, I want to go buy some food to sell." And she said, "To who?" And I said, "I don't know. I'm a people person, so we'll find somebody to sell this food to." So we tried to go out and so I went to the store and I ended up spending $150 of that $200 on food. Back then you can buy a lot of things. And so I went out and bought this food, and then the next morning I wake up and I cook it. And we tried to go out to dealerships and people we saw in the streets, and we couldn't sell not one plate. So I would come back home with this food.
Okay.
And I cried myself to sleep, and something woke me up and said to give it away. And I did that for 4 days. I went out. She took me to underneath the bridge in South Dallas, and I would give it away every day.
You gave away $150 worth of food?
No, it was $150 total.
Okay.
What I spent. But I mean, I would make enough meals for probably like about 20 plates.
Okay. So you went and started giving away free food. Then what happened?
Right. And then so on the 5th day, I had prayed to God. I said, "Look, I can wake up every morning and I can get up and cook this food. And this is something I really want to do." And Margie saw that I was really down because I was down to the last $50 and she was putting gas in my car. And she said, "Well, Tawana, I tell you what, I'm going to add to your $50. And we're going to go back out and buy some more food. Now, what do you want to cook?" And I said, "Chicken tetrazzini, green beans and corn, rolls, and a chocolate cake." So we went to the store, we bought all this. And the next morning I woke up and I cooked and I went to the Kia dealership. That would be my first stop on I-20 every day. And I don't know why, it would just be the first stop. And so this day I walk in and the general manager meets me at the door and he says, little lady, you come here every day, but you don't sell not one plate. And I laughed and I said, I know one day I'm gonna sell a plate here. And he said, what do you have? And I said, chicken tetrazzini, green beans and corn, and chocolate cake. And he said, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna buy this plate. If it's not good, I don't want you back on the lot. And I said, yes, sir. And so he gets the plate and he eats and he's like, oh, I like this chicken tetrazzini. He said, your grandma made it? And I said, no. He said, your mama made it? I said, no. He said, you ain't gotta lie to me, I'm gonna buy the plate. I said, no, I made it. My mom is in Amarillo. My grandma at the time was in Memphis, Texas. And he said, I'll tell you what, he said, how many plates you have? And that day we had 52 plates. And he said, I tell you what, I'm about all your plates. He said, I'm giving them to my service people, car sales people, and see what they think about this. So there was a lady sitting there from the Dallas Police Department, and she asked me for one of those plates because she had been there all day. And she got the plate, and she says, oh, I like this chicken tetrazzini. She says, I have a job for you. And I kind of rolled my eyes on the back of my head, and I was like, oh, no. And she said, can you cook for 250 people? Wow. And I just blurted out like, yeah, I can. And I never cooked for 250 people. And so she says, I'm gonna give you my card and I want you to come see me today. And I said, okay. And so I got to her office like at 3 o'clock and she wasn't there. And then finally she came and she said, I knew you would show up. And she says, I want to give you this opportunity. Well, her caterer had canceled while I was there. And she said that she liked the way I was interacting with the general manager at Kia. So she wanted to give me this opportunity. And I told her that all the money I had to my name was what I was about to get for these plate lunches. I didn't have any chafing dishes. I didn't have no catering license. I didn't have none of that. so I mean, she said, okay. And so she said, I want to give you this opportunity. And if you mess this up, we'll never talk again. I said, okay. So I'm looking at her like, this is all the money I had to my name, but I don't know how I'm gonna buy this stuff. So she said that I'm gonna write you a check today for $2,500. I was like, you're gonna write me a check for $2,500? Because I ain't never had $2,500 at one time like that. So, that's a lot of money at 18 years old to me.
Oh, you was 18?
I was 18 years old, yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
And so I get this $2,500 and I go out and I buy everything and I only had like about $17 left over, but I was okay with that because it was going to be an opportunity, right? And God, this is so amazing. I had never done catering. I had never carved any fruits, made anything look pretty, but God had stepped in and he made my hands so amazing to carve all this stuff and make all this stuff look pretty. So that's pretty much how it really all started. Awesome. The Dallas Police Department gave me a chance.
So let's step back just a second. So how much did the dealership, how much did they pay you per plate? Did they
so
play?
Anyways, at the dealership, the general manager ended up giving me the Saturday lunches. The plate lunch is only $6.
Yeah, this want to be, so we got to be clear.
It was only $6.
Okay, still, but 52 plates at $6 is still $300.
Absolutely, right.
Okay, that's all I want to be clear. So he did that, and then you got $2,500 in which you only made $17.
Yeah, and so I ended up doing the catering, and everyone told me how good the food was. They liked it, blah blah blah. And at the end of the night, Ms. Jackson came to me. She says, "Look, I need to see you Monday morning at 7 o'clock in my office." And my heart dropped. She didn't say the food was good, presentation. She didn't say anything. She just walked away, and I started to cry. At that time, I was a big crybaby. So I was like, Margie, you didn't tell me this food was good. And she said, Tawana, I told you everything was good because she knows how I am. I'm a nervous wreck, especially doing catering. And she's like, Tawana, everything was great. The presentation was good. Everyone said it was good. Everyone was coming back from seconds. So I was like, I don't have $2,500 to give this lady. I mean, we ain't selling this kind of plates. And so the whole weekend I was crying and praying to God, telling him, I wasn't trying to mess this lady money up or none of that, right? So I was out selling plate lunches that weekend, but I mean, I ain't make close to $2,500. And so Monday came, I got to the police station at 6 o'clock in the morning, sitting in my car crying and praying. And so the sun finally came up. I go in and I tell them who another seat, and she says, and they said, well, Miss Jackson's not in yet. So I sat out there in the lobby. You know, this is a Dallas Police Department too.
Okay, we're not having drinks. I'm sorry. We got
The thing about it is, you know, 18 years old, you're sitting at the Dallas Police Department, you know, and you got $2,500 of their net money. And so finally she comes to the door and she says, I'll be right there. And she don't say good morning, anything. And I was like, I am toast. So then she comes back out. She says, good morning, Tawana. How was your weekend? And I was like, Miss Jackson. And she said, no, come into my office. So I go into her office and there's this huge basket sitting on her desk. And she said, this is for you. And it was a catering basket that she had created with a lot of cooking utensils. And then she had an apron with my name on it. It just had Tawana's with apostrophe S on it. And that's how I added creations with a K on it. But she told me that she had to go through the weekend and talk to everyone, see how everything was, and to give me an honest feedback. And I said, I understand that, and I appreciate that. And so she says, I want you to go out and get your business started. I want you to get your catering license, all the certificates you need to make this business successful. She says, I believe in you.
Okay.
And so I grabbed my little basket and she handed me a card. So I was gonna wait till the card, till I got to the car to open it. And so she says, no, I want you to open the card now. So I opened up the card and there was a check in there for $3,500. I almost passed out because I thought that was all the money I was getting was $2,500. Right.
Yes.
Right. And she said, oh, you thought that was it? And I was like, yeah, I thought the 25 was it. And so I went out into this cruel world of Dallas business owners. I'm not going to, go into all that, but I went to a lot of restaurants trying to ask questions on how to do X, Y, and Z. No one would tell me not one thing. So I went back to God and prayed to him to get me on the right track, how to go and get my business name and get all these things set up. And so I made a vow to him. Once I learned everything, I would help other people.
Okay.
So it's taken me about 18 years? Just right late. I just started doing these entrepreneur brunches, trying to help small business people out.
Okay, very good. Now, Tawana, it's 3:37.
I know.
I can't have 15 minutes on every story.
Well, you don't want to know all this. You don't want to ask me. So, because they all alone, you know what I'm saying? So we can't go into all of them. We'll be here all day.
Okay.
So you tell me what you want.
Okay, but really that was great information. So that you did that at 25 years ago. And
well, that's the reason why we have these entrepreneur brunches. Then, they can hear the whole story.
Gotcha. Understand. So that was 25 years ago. That's how you started into the food business.
That's right.
And, okay, so now let's go to, what was the next business?
Tawana's Ultra Spick and Span Cleaning.
So you got into the cleaning business. Tell us.
Yeah, I need to supplement my income.
Give me the short.
I need to just supplement my income. So the lady that was cleaning for me.
Give me the short version of how you. No, give me the 1 or 2 minute version of how you got into the cleaning business. Okay, go.
Okay, so I need to supplement my income because catering is a seasonal thing, and so the girl that was cleaning for me every day, because I was cooking out a 1-bedroom apartment, you know what I'm saying, and so I was crying to her that I need to make some more money, and she told me to start a cleaning service, and I said no. And I prayed about it, and a vision came to me that night. It was Tawana's Ultra Spick and Span in blue. So I woke up the next morning. I said, if that's what you want me to do, then that means that's what we're going to do. So that's how Spick and Span started. So we do vacant homes.
So what did you do next? Okay, I'm gonna start a cleaning business.
These people out. So I sent these people out. We made these flyers up that was so freaking cheap. The phone was ringing off the hook, and
what the flyer say? What the flyer say? What did
I
the
mean,
flyer?
you can get a 3-bedroom house done for like $100.
Well, I'm just asking because people want to know.
But
Okay,
then
so
but then I had to go back to them and say, no, I can't do it for that price. It's gonna be additional, because I had supplies and I had employees in there. So I had to change all that. So I
okay,
said, it's gonna be this price. And they said, well, if the house is not clean right, we're gonna pay you that $100.
okay. So, but that's important because
But
what
that's
you
not
did.
what the price is today.
Okay, I get that. I get that. What we want people to do is get some lessons out of the situation.
Right.
Okay. So you just went off kind of half cocked and passed
Oh, yeah.
out flyers with, let's say, $100 for a house. Okay.
Right.
Without any market research. Okay.
Mm-mm.
So
Didn't do none
then
of that. But I had to go back and do that.
I understand. That's what we're going to be clear with.
But I caught their attention by the prices.
I got that.
The prices were so cheap. The prices were so cheap.
I got that. But that's not what we want to do, people. We want to get some market research and understand what the market is before you run it out there. Because the problem with running out there at $100.
I teach people that today. Because I tell them what I did, Everything has been a learning experience for me.
Okay. And so that's one of the reasons we're here, to learn from your experience rather than people having to go into that by themselves. And so
Right.
you ran into a lot of people who were kind of nice enough to say, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead on and clean it. But if it ain't right, that's what you're getting.
Well, not all of them did that. Trust me. Not
Some
all
of them didn't want to hear it.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No.
That's how it
Your
goes.
flyer said $75. Your flyer said $50. So,
And what'd you do?
I had to honor that.
Okay, because everybody wouldn't have honored it. They were like, look, I found I was wrong. I didn't know what I was doing. I was playing.
I needed a name there, and I had to do it the right way,
Okay, so you did it the first time.
False advertisement. Yeah.
Okay, that's a lesson.
Yeah, and then plus I didn't know what their house looked like, so I had to do that. Some of the houses were jacked up, so of course you had to pay some more money.
Okay, so do you want to just start kind of telling us some of the lessons that you've learned over the years through your businesses and through your trials and tribulations, ups and downs?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So I tell people all the time, see, I'm this person. I'm not a flashy person. Only thing that I do, I might go out and buy myself something if I make goals, but I always reinvest back into my company on whatever I do, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's very important. So if I want to go buy a truck, or if I need another truck, or whatever we need for all the businesses, I have the money right there. So I'm not going to go out and give it to Louis. I'm not going to go out and give it to whatever Coach and all them kind of people, unless I've made a big goal. You know what I'm saying? I always look at it as, if it's $100,000, I look at it as I only have $100 to my name.
Okay. So
that
reinvest in the community.
Go out and and that makes me go out and do work every day, or I work 10 times harder, probably more than my employees. That's the way I look at money.
So the first thing,
don't just go out there spending it.
So the first thing is to reinvest into the company. Give me another one.
Right. And get you a good CPA. You need that CPA. It took me a long time to do that, but you do need that for your tax records. And when you start wanting to buy things, you definitely need a good CPA.
Okay. What else you got?
Oh, man. Being honest with your clients, that's very, very important. If, like, for instance, if you say it's $300, $300, I've had employees don't do a good job, and I'm not going to take their money if it's not good, or I send them back.
So that means you might lose money on some jobs.
Oh, yeah. Oh, of course.
Well, you say that like that's no big deal, but other people like, man, I'm here to make money. I ain't trying to get no money back.
I'm not, but it's a learning experience also, some days my girls are, it depends on what we're doing. I mean, some people are off. There's no perfect person in this world, including myself.
Okay. So you started all these different businesses, and you told me something other before about, because I'm like, how you get to run all these different businesses? How does that work? How does that mean? Because that's a lot. So tell us how you kind of make that happen from one to the next one to the next
well,
one.
now I delegate. I mean, it took me a long time to bring in managers and people to run my companies, because they're my babies. So I had to find people that think almost like me and do like me and those kind of things. Those are the kind of people I brought in. Because I mean, I can't do all this by myself. So actually the one I'm working on right now is Black Diamond. I don't have a manager for that one right now. So I pretty much, my time now is with Black Diamond. But there's someone that runs the dump truck. Black Diamond is the transportation business.
And what's
the luxury car service. So we do luxury car service, Black Suburbans and Tahoes and Sprinters and Audis and Porsches, those kind of vehicles. So we do airport runs. We do.
Wait a minute, hold on, because you said Black Diamond, you said dump trucks, and then you start saying those things. So now you confused me.
Okay, so the dump trucks is TNF trucking.
So which one you need a person some help with?
Well, no.
Somebody might need a job, man.
No. I'm still getting Black Diamond together because I have to have it a certain kind of way before I can turn it over to anyone.
So that's part of your philosophy.
She'll be 6 years old next month, so we're still working on her.
That's part of the philosophy I want to get out from you. Okay, because your philosophy is you do certain things to a certain point, and then you do something else. So that's what I'm trying to get.
Then I pass it off.
So that's what I'm getting.
And then by the time I get ready to pass Black Diamond off, I'll be able to retire. I'm retiring at 50, so she should be ready by then.
So let's explore that. Okay, because I only got another 10 minutes. So let's explore it. So if you because that's what I want to get at. You say you start the business and then you do something for a period of time and then you do something else. So that's what I want to get people to hear and understand.
Yeah, so I get them up and running. I get them I know the ins and outs about them. So you can't come telling me anything. It didn't make any money. It's not doing this. You can't tell me that because I've raised this baby all the way up to it's grown now. So I know what it's going to do and what it's not going to do. So my managers already know that they can't just tell me anything. I know the numbers for years. I know the seasons. I know all of that.
So what you're saying is,
and then I pass it off to a manager.
Okay. So once you got it going, all the details about it and it's good and healthy, et cetera, then you hire someone who thinks like you and you train them and then you hand it over to them to run it and you just manage them.
And the only thing I do, I sneak. I go out and check on people. I'm about to say sneak, but I go out and check on people. And then my managers, we have a conference call pretty much almost every day. So we have like a 10 or 15 minute meeting.
Okay.
Every day.
But you'd be running around like you'd be running around like a chick with your head cut off sometime though. So what?
No.
What's that about?
It just depends. Black Diamond had me running around with my head. Black Diamond do. But the rest of them, like my dump trucks, I really don't worry about them. The manager, he's great. He runs that company. There's 11 dump trucks. So that's great. I don't have any problems with those. Yeah. And the cleaning. And then catering, I just do whenever I feel like,
Oh, okay. So nobody really.
The vending machines, I have a college kid that pretty much keep those stocked. And then the Amazon drivers, I pretty much help another guy run those right now. We only have 7 little sprinters. So
yeah, I hear that she only got 7 little sprinters.
7 little sprinters. Well, I was supposed to have 20, but I mean, people don't want to work these days, so it's only 7.
Okay, so I hear some job opportunity. You want to talk about some job opportunities with any or all of your companies?
Well, right now we ain't hiring because of COVID. We're okay. pay right now.
Oh, okay.
But Black Diamond, I will hire a manager. Actually, it's going to be 2 managers because there's 2 parts to Black Diamond. So we have the luxury cars, and then we have the hot shot part as well. The hot shot business, we got the Ford F-350 dualies and the with the 40-foot gooseneck trailers.
Okay. Well, Denise, are you there? Do we have questions? I'm guessing that we probably do.
Yes. So we have a couple questions. They're both about the entrepreneurial lunch. So they're asking, how can one attend the entrepreneurial brunches, and if there's a link to brunches?
Well, we're working on that because of COVID. Because I mean, it makes no sense to do, one for just, 10, 11 people. So we might do one virtual because I have a lot of people that are waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. So once that starts, the virtual, you'll send out the link for that, so they'll be able to find those on your social medias.
You can go on Tawana Phil's page. It'll be on there somewhere. One of my managers is always posting on there.
Okay, awesome.
Nice.
Any other questions?
In the chat, no questions, just comments. Everybody thinks you're awesome. And Cecile wants to work with you.
Okay.
Okay.
So if you want someone to contact you,
you know what? I really need to do a reality show. I wish that people just could ride around with me every day, all day. It'll blow their mind because it blows my mind. Things that goes on in my little world.
Awesome. Would you like to leave any information for someone to contact you, whether it's about catering or about Black Diamond dump trucks or Black Diamond?
No, so you're messing this all up. No.
Well, I tried to get you to talk about each one individually, but you stayed on one.
But you said we don't have enough time. I told you this could take all day.
We're gonna have to work on your 10-second elevator speech. Okay?
I can't.
And your 30-second elevator speech, the pitch. You got to work on that.
I try to do all that. I mean, there's just so much to talk about on all of them. Well, it is. They're all unique. They're different. But I mean, you can go on.
You got to say the names in 30 seconds.
I did. I said Black Diamond Transportation is the luxury cars, and then the hot shot business is underneath that. I don't know how you got the dump truck. And then you have the dump trucks, which is TNF Trucking. Okay. And then you have Tawana's Creations More Catering, Creations with a K.
Okay.
And then you have Tawana's Ultra Spick and Span Cleaning. But you know what? I want to tell you all this one real quick thing. All of this is just not me. God has put me in this position for a reason. Mm-hmm. And it's the most beautiful thing in the whole wide world. And he tests a lot of people to see what you're going to do and how you're going to do it and how you're going to treat people and all this. And I mean, he's just been blessing me over and over and over. And sometimes it's really, really scary, Mm-hmm. Because everyone's asking me, so what's next? I'm like, I don't know. It's whatever he says,
All righty. Well, Tawana, I enjoy you and I appreciate you coming on and to, being open and honest with people. Obviously, mm-hmm. We could obviously talk for 2 or 3 hours. But
we could go on and on, Daryl.
Time does not allow that. So whenever you get your lunch brunch stuff.
Well, I think I'm gonna have my own class on my own Zoom, right?
Well, you still only got so many minutes in the day.
I know. But if it's my own Zoom, I can get on for 2 or 3 hours, right?
But people got to be, they got to sit there. Come on. People
trust me. They would love to sit there and listen.
For 2 to 3 hours, boy. I mean,
we can even ride around town and they can see what I do. I mean, they would love it. I know it's very entertaining every day. I promise you. I promise. It's very entertaining.
Well,
but at 44 years old, it's the most amazing journey. I couldn't ask for any more.
Okay, well, this is exciting, and we're gonna have to shut it down for now. So I do want to thank you. Appreciate because we only stay on for an hour.
I mean, it's not even an hour. You didn't give me a full hour. No, you didn't give me a full hour, sir.
we're on, the show is 3 to 4. It's 3:54. So,
No, they can actually go to Black Diamond Transportation on Facebook, and on Instagram is Black Diamond Lux 9 on Instagram, and then Tawana's Creations and More Catering on Facebook, and then Tawana's Creations on Instagram. Is that all of them?
they'll get you through from one of them. How about that?
Feels page. Trust me, my managers are always posting on there. Always.
Okay. So that's
okay.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate you coming on. And I need
Anytime,
to. It's been my
pleasure. For me the whole hour. Okay.
We'll have to call you in once COVID is over, so that
I do want to do one on COVID because I've learned a lot since the COVID.
So, but
okay.
All right, so we're going to shut this down now. And again, thank you. I appreciate you so much. Again, to our audience, I want to remind you about Facebook, and that Facebook has grants going on, right? A Facebook grant going on, which they've set aside $40 million for small businesses. Why is it not switching back and forth? For small businesses, and that's for like 10,000 businesses. And again, where you apply is facebook.com/Black Business Grants. That's facebook.com/Black Business Grants. And you can apply. And with that, I'm going to hand it back over to my lovely co-host for her to close us out. She may have some announcement. I don't know.
Well, thank you. Daryl, that was awesome. Tawana, great story. Everybody loved your story. If you see on the chat, they just want to meet you and do business with you. So that's really awesome. It's very inspirational. So thank you for taking the time to be on here with us today. I'm sure we'll see a lot more of you later on, because I'm sure you have story on stories to help the business community, as well as just sharing your experiences is super awesome. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in again on our weekly webinar, The State of Your Business. It's on every Tuesday at 3 o'clock on Zoom or Facebook Live. So let your peers know that we do this every week and that we have very valuable information. And with that, we'll see y'all next week. Thank you.
Bye-bye.